Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm in Pack Heights, San Francisco. Welcome to my room. I went to Michigan for chemical engineering. Really big into science and technology. I love using my 3D printer to build random things that I find on the internet. I've done a little bit of laser engraving on metal and like assembling little models of telescopes and such. One of my favorite things here is the James Webb Space Telescope. One of my favorite things, it's my background on my cell phone, my computer, and everything else I use. I did robotics in high school, FRC robotics in Oregon. I loved it to death. This is my team from, I think, my sophomore year. We're on drive team, and I laser engraved it into a piece of steel. It's one of my favorite things I've built today. Looking for things I want to put around my room. Very into maps and satellite images. I ended up finding these on the European Space Agency and blew them up and just framed them. These are the two places I've lived so far. Portland, Oregon, and my house that I grew up in is just right down here. And San Francisco for Lower Pack Heights, of course. Really cool pictures to have around my room. This is my desk and where I work. I have Mac Miller on the wall. This is what I was listening to all of college, specifically during the grind season of junior year. I have my diploma on the wall in addition to my college loans that I recently paid off. I work at Tesla, specifically working on Tesla Megapack for renewables, putting renewables on the grid. Fun fact, this is actually a dog bed from Costco, but it fits me perfectly and I love sitting on it, getting some natural light. I can work here when I work from home or I can read a book or whatnot. This is my little cabinet of knickknacks and such. I have some books and old textbooks that I used to use. For my travels, my aunt actually sent me some travel books from when I went to Milan and Nice and Amsterdam, which is really awesome. I have a chip from my winnings at the Monte Carlo, and a few other things. These are some of the things I've collected in the mini labs that I've worked in. I've done some like biotech labs and battery engineering, but I've done a lot of 3D printing, which I think is super, super cool. This is a plastic model and a titanium model, which is really cool. So it is very, very light and also super stiff, and it just looks cool. I have this that I printed. This is a cool titanium and niobium alloy that goes from progressively more titanium to less. And then this one is a hunk of silicon that I got when I interviewed at Dow Chemical and didn't get the job, but it still looks pretty cool. I went to Michigan, go blue. This is a awesome drone shot of campus. This is Central Campus. I used to live right over here in this neighborhood, and of course, there's the big house. Other things I love doing around the city is running. I'll typically go to Golden Gate Park or Marina and such. With my roommates, the four of us, we love to get competitive and we'll play board games at the house. Everybody knows Monopoly and Catan, but we like playing Seven Wonders, which is like a civilization building game, and then also Splendor, which you collect gems and such, but I like to say it's just about compound interest. Thanks for coming to my room.